Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on QNT. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about licenses when it comes to QNT and how valuable QNT can get in the future. I need more QNT. Everyone needs more QNT. You know, I was buying it when it was all the way back at $20, below $20. Then it got to 50. And that's when I started this YouTube channel. It was shortly around when it was between 40 and $50. And I was telling people back then, you know, as long as it's still under $50, you got to get in now. I feel it's going to go over $100 very soon. And people kept saying to me on crypto Twitter and in the comments, nope, it's going to pull back to $20. And then what happened next? It went through 3 digits. I'm telling you, you need to get into this cryptocurrency before it hits 4 digits. And it's going to happen at some point. Here's a list of top ISO 222 compliant cryptocurrencies. And of course, QNT is on the list. It's going to be the operating system for that new financial system. And it's still very overlooked by some because the price is much higher than you could get other ISO coins for well under $1. But if you see where QNT is going in the future, think about buying Bitcoin under $100 or around $100. That's where we are right now. Bitcoin ran all the way up to 69K with zero utility. Where do you think QNT is going in the future? How can we transition from a multiverse to a true metaverse? The answer is interoperability. With the help of QNT, anyone in a Web 3.0 enabled, fully interoperable metaverse could take their digital IDs, NFTs, and currencies freely between ecosystems without restrictions. And that's just one small use case. QNT is going to be like the glue that holds that new financial system together. Think about it like Microsoft. Say you had to buy a license every time you wanted to use Windows. That's how it's going to be for QNT in the future. Anytime you want to use the network, you have to hold QNT. QNT, if you know, you know. Gilbert Verdian, founder and CEO of Quant, board director for the Digital Pound Foundation. Just in, UK Treasury to hire a CBDC head to lead development of a digital pound. And this network is starting to get built out now. We see partnerships between two cryptos, tied to a bank, tied to a company, tied to a country CBDC. We're watching the network literally get built from the ground up. I stress it all the time. Then there's licenses, and every single license requires you to have QNT. As more and more enterprise onboards onto the network, we're going to see a lot of QNT disappear. We're going to see the price of QNT skyrocket in the future. Developer license, Overledger Network Enterprise license, Overledger Network Gateway Operator license. This all requires QNT. Users will each need to deposit an amount of QNT that will be used to pay fees to gateways for processing functions. This deposit will be used to fund a payment channel between the user and the community treasury. Platform fees and add-on services. In addition to the license fee and developer license approach, enterprises also have to pay a platform fee calculated as a percentage of the license fee in QNT. QNT will be obtained and managed through the Treasury by Quant Network on behalf of the client at a given day's rate. And as more and more enterprise on board, and you know that's what's going to come next to crypto, we're going to see banks onboarding. We're going to see companies onboarding. We're going to see countries onboarding with certain networks as well. This is just getting started. We are so early, everything is undervalued right now. Then you take a look at this, and this is the perfect example of that network. I show this all the time to try to show you where we're headed in the future with Quant. You see banking APIs, Internet of Things APIs, enterprise blockchains, payment APIs. And look at the companies that are tied to this and the cryptocurrencies that are tied to this. You cannot overlook this crypto, because I'm telling you, right now, we're at 3 digits. Don't wait until we get to 4 digits to start buying QNT. Not everyone will like what the World Economic Forum is up to, but find the best way to benefit from the unstoppable process, the age of net zero, finding the right infrastructure for a clean, I don't know where they were going with that, in the face of fragility, central bank digital currency. Everything that the World Economic Forum is talking about is the future. Carbon credits, carbon offsets. If your crypto isn't green, it'll be gone in the future. They'll regulate it out. You got to invest in what the elites are investing in. I keep seeing people say, sell your QNT or sell your ISO coins and get into Bitcoin for real freedom. Bitcoin has no future, in my opinion, but that's my opinion. I see a future for QNT. I see a future for all the ISO coins. I feel we're investing with the elites. We are going to get financial freedom in the future. I don't like anything that the World Economic Forum stands for, but I'm going to invest in the cryptos that will enrich me in the future. You should do the same. I believe QNT and LCX are at the forefront of tokenization of the $6.5 trillion plus physical world assets market, fully regulated, World Economic Forum connected, verifiable, efficient, on chain. Hate on World Economic Forum if you want, but somebody is going to profit from tokenization. You can too. I bet on QNT. Like I said, you got to make money where the money is. Annual global sales, real estate 4 trillion, autos 2 trillion, luxury goods 350 billion, art $65 billion. The total of these markets alone equals 10 times the entire crypto market cap. 100% chance some of these assets move on chain. And the whole world is pushing forward to tokenization. They want to tokenize the trees, the water. They probably will tokenize the air we breathe at some point. QNT has the technology required to bridge the gap. Blockchain enables secure and transparent information sharing, adding efficiency and cutting cost. Biggest hurdle: cost resource to upgrade old systems. Upgrade costs, near-term savings. QNT Overledger bridges old systems to blockchain, making it possible for the masses. That's very important, because when enterprise wants to come on board, they want it to be as easy as possible, and they want it to be as cost effective as possible as well. LCX just launched the first QRC20 token sale. Will bring physical assets on chain via PNFT, NFT backed by physical assets. This validates real world interest in tokenization, opens new revenue stream for QNT, licensing fees for using their tech. And like I said, those licensing fees, that's what's going to really push the price of QNT in the future. And it's going to be a year over year push. And at some point, I believe QNT is going to hit 5 digits. After that, it may go on to 6 digits. It has that kind of value. And you see here, the owner and the buyer. I'm looking to sell a rare watch. I'm looking to buy a rare watch. I download the Galileo application on my phone. I mint an NFT on the L2 Ethereum blockchain and fill in the metadata. I generate a QR code that informs the authenticity of my asset. I look for it on popular marketplaces. I scan the QR code, a property detailed by the buyer to prove its authenticity. I buy the watch in crypto or fiat, and the seller transfers the NFT to me. You see how easily and seamlessly this is going to be in the future. You can see the value in this. Tokenized economy is the future. World Economic Forum. Imagine you can tokenize without needing to learn code and make the tokens interoperable by default, seamlessly across private DLTs and public blockchains. The real future, and you know it. QNT. This is something that is going to be incredibly valuable in the future. If you hold the right cryptocurrency now, as we head into the fourth industrial revolution, you can set yourself financially free. You may never have to sell any QNT. You may be able to lend it, borrow against it if you want. You may be able to earn passive income from it in the future. That's why I'm telling you it's important to get in while it's still cheap, and I still believe it's very undervalued. Can't believe I didn't win the Powerball. Guess it's time for QNT to hit 5 digits. Please know I'm joking about the Powerball, not joking in my belief that QNT will hit 5 digits. I had to share that with all of you. I thought that was great. I always said it, I don't invest in the lottery, period. I would rather put any money into crypto because I feel QNT is the best lottery ticket you can buy right now. It's a lottery ticket that's only going to go up in value year over year. And at some point, if you hold just a few of it, it can set you financially free. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.